Hey. So you found me, huh? I'm just making a joke because all you gotta do is think or say my queen, my queen, my queen. Like, that's right. The roundup, man, you found me. Sounded funny in my brain. But in case people don't follow I'll tell a little bit about it in case people want to follow what I'm about to talk about. I went to a date farm area on purpose, and I was sitting there having some beer, having some drinks, and somebody had video footage and a way to communicate or watch the date farm area. And that person was saying, well, I watch and monitor and maintain the date farm, so you have to go. And I was like, but I'm having my beer. He was like, well, have your beer, but then you have to go. And I was like, okay, well, thanks, because I get to have my beer. So I was having my beer, relaxing, and somebody drove by. And I realized it was a family member of the date farm. Like, whoever owns the date farm, or whoever is the ownership of the date farm, one of the family members drove by. And then once again, another family member drove by. And I started to realize whoever was on the video surveillance thing watching me, they weren't family. They were just somebody that I guess is security or something. I don't know. They're just people that watch over the date farm and keep everything safe, I guess. So I thought, well, the family's driving by because they probably don't want me to be stalking their date farm. And the security's telling me I have to go. But I'm not done with my beer, so I'm gonna be pretty annoying. I'm gonna sit here with my beer. I did not tell them that I was stewing and stewing and stewing as a god. I was sitting there getting more and more and more death enraged by the second. I was sitting there waiting for gods to mourn. They didn't. I was sitting there waiting for gods to cry. They didn't. I was waiting there and waiting there for gods to fall apart. No one did. Just like Jesse Arias, one of the biggest worshiping lovers of my death and existence as a god, was killed by the United States after being driven to poverty and was in a tent. They were in a tent at the end of that date farm because that precious family that owned the date farm was willing to watch over the tent and that man. And they knew that that man was important, but they didn't know how or why. The man wasn't important except to God, me. So you, family of the date farm, I asked you to watch over him. I told you that he lost his wealth, he lost his life, he lost his family. He lost everything because he loved and worshiped me. And I was afraid he'd get killed too, like Jesse Arias. Jesse Arias was just a little small boy that was so excited that there was a Mary statue on Earth Girl. I'm not the Mary statue, I'm me, but they ruined his entire life because he loved and worshipped me beyond words. They slaughtered the fuck out of him. And he died in the most brutal, unthinkable ways they could dish out. That's not your fault as a date palm owner family. I was just asking you guys to watch out for him. I put everything I had into protecting him, but I wasn't resurrected and I just didn't have enough. And they killed him. I sat there waiting for any god to care because I knew how badly I would kill them all if they didn't goddamn bleed out over something like that. Anyone and everyone that went against Jesus, or every time anyone went against Jesus, it's a hit list, or God has no more respect or pride. Because the second you let anyone do anything against Jesus and get away with it, then someone's going to kill a God or the family of God forever. Because behind every degraded, fuck you, disrespect, success is a devil, demon, and evil God enemy that will never stop. So I kill gods in hells forever and more, like a lot of us big, main mother and father type gods. And we kill gods forever when they don't do vicious, vicious things to everyone and anyone that go against Jesus, God, me, anyone in situations. Because if they don't, it creates the death of gods and heavens and family of gods everywhere. I was really pissed off. After I was really pissed off, well, I just want to scream and cry and die. So I'm very, very sorry, because I know I was supposed to finish my beer and just get out of the area. And I didn't mean to. I was going to drive up to the tent and sit by the tent and just maybe cry in quietness, or feel that death, destruction, and pain quietly while being near the tent. But I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. And I started screaming and screaming that they killed him. I really appreciate that you as a family were wondering where he went and why he didn't come back. Thank you for caring. I was sitting at the date farm. I saw your father. You're the dad, and that's your date farm. So you're the dad. Your daddy, and that's your date farm. I saw your father. I saw your dad. He watched over him for me and watched over the tent for me all the time. So some God that was actually good and loving made him a home like his old home. So Dad, your dad, lives on the date farm in a home just like the old home he had a long time ago, in the same location where the date farm is. And I met your uncle. He's really nice. Seems like a really good man. He cries a lot for that poor man that got killed and didn't make it. And he was hoping he'd come back to the tent, but he never did. You have a really neat uncle. You have a really spectacular dad. Your father's house was very beautiful. It looks like something out of a movie. It turns out that this family of this date farm, so it's the family of the date farm today. That dad of the family, or the father of the family of that date farm today, his father used to actually live literally where that date farm area of land is. And their home was like something out of dreams. It was a really, really, really beautiful older home. He's a great man. Thank you for caring about some of the few people on this planet that actually worshipped and loved me all along. Thanks for being beautiful, good people. I hope you have a great day.